welcome to Yield Max TV. If it's your first time here, all I care about is making money, the velocity of money. How fast can we make money? We want to avoid nonsense dividend-paying ETF funds. We want to indulge in the new paradigm of dividends, or call it premiums, call it whatever you want. We don't want the hassle of spreadsheets or having to trade ourselves. Forget buying our own calls and puts. If you wanted a job, you'd go get one. We are entering the new era of passive income. I talk a lot about Yield Max TV and my $300,000 no money out of pocket margin plan. That's actually costing me less in interest and yielding me more than ever. But today we're going to talk about other funds because, yes, of course it's pulling in about $22,000 on AMZ per month, and my interest rates are under $2,000. My total cost is like $1,900. So I'll pay that initial $150,000 off fast in a matter of months, even if the dividend gets cut. And then after that, I have free money. So I have to look at what I'm going to build next, because that $25,000 a month is going to go into something else that's going to build another city for me. I will have the first city called AMZ, the Yield Max free money machine. I've talked about it in my previous videos. If you're new, my style is unorthodox. I take full advantage of margin. I try to minimize my risks. I do not believe in diversification. Yeah, leave that for Warren Buffett, a man who can't even work a computer nowadays. This is a new era. Forget the dividends of yesterday, okay, waiting quarterly and all of that. Do you understand the sooner you get paid, if you're into compounding? Well, I don't reinvest. I have my own way of doing it, but compounding, they say, is the way for a poor man to build wealth. The sooner you are paid, the wealthier you can become. That's why, I'll give you an example. I did a special short-term 3-month CD at a bank, okay? And they gave me a special bonus for doing it. I gave them $100,000. The 3-month CD, guess what? It didn't pay me interest monthly. It paid it at the end. So it was their advantage, not mine. The faster we get paid, the more advantage is in our court. So the new era are monthly, yes. And what they do is they take the world of capital appreciation, growth, yes, things like Amazon, and they convert it. We pay them a fee, yeah, out of the money, like Vanguard or any other fee you would pay, a management fee. I'm not paid by them. And what they do is a covered call strategy. They do all the work to turn the growth into income. Now, there's a lot more than just Yield Max. I like the name Yield Max TV because, after all, we're about maximizing the yield. The velocity of money will make you rich, not dollar cost averaging, not buying 52-week lows and buy, hold, masturbate, and pray. No, we want to buy winners. You don't buy losers and hope they win. Bet on the winners. Welcome. Subscribe. I won't beg you to like. I'm not monetized that way, so it doesn't matter. I'll read your comments. I love the comments. Some of them are highly intelligent. My strategy is undeniable. I am proving it to you. But let's jump into what I'm looking at now. Let me tell you about index funds right off the bat. Let's take a look. The market was down more, just opened. Let's refresh. Okay, everything's red, or was red. Who knows what'll happen when I refresh. But look, if you take a single stock risk, yes, there's risk. But by diversifying, okay, buying an index, guess what? There are red days and green days, buddy. And you're going to take part in both of them. But unless you're earning a dividend, you're just sitting there watching numbers go up and down every day. We call it buy, hold, masturbate, and pray. But who has time for quarterly dividends? So that's why we're looking at the new era. So I just debunked diversification, okay? If you buy an index, you're going to get hit. Okay, and when do I buy back in? When I do my rips. If you've seen previous videos, you'll understand what ripping is. Okay, but when do I do that? I do it on a day when I buy back, when we are like, so if I was holding Amazon today, or Tesla or whatever, I might be down. If I was holding an index, I'd be down. You know, I'm holding AMZ, right? And, oh my gosh, I'm not even down. You know, this is that morning pump thing on a down day. Wow. I guess I picked right. Normally I would rip that off the top, but dividend time is coming, and I want every bit I can. So let's look at the other funds, and now I will give you an explanation. Oh, and by the way, I'm all in 100% on margin, maxed to the tits, as they say, in AMZ. Why? There's so many reasons for Amazon, but it is what it is. But remember, I don't get married to any one concept, company, person. I do not follow cults. I am a leader, not a follower. Okay? I don't fall in love with Elon. He may have great ideas, tell great stories. I don't fall in love with AI. I'm not in love with AMZ. I'm using it like a Stacy. If you ever knew a Stacy, you know what I mean. But anyway, my style may be unorthodox, but I'm good at what I do, and that's making money. See, and let me just show you one thing. My AMZ holding, which is low on margin, is making me more money a year than a doctor. Yeah, there's going to be taxes, but here's my plan. I put no money out of pocket. My costs are $1,900 a month to make $22,000. I know, right? Sounds crazy. So that means the other 20 grand a month can go towards paying the $150,000 principal. And the $150,000 that's on margin, oh, that cost me about like $600 or $700 a month, maybe $900. They lowered my rate. Doesn't matter. The whole thing together comes to $1,900. But I'm building a cash flow machine. See, in a few months when the $150,000 is paid off, this will still be coming in. Okay? Is it taxable? Oh, absolutely. At the worst rate imaginable. But hey, you know, comes down to let me hit a caveman on the head with a brick. Let me explain. Would you like to make $1 million and pay half to the government? Or would you like to not have $1 million? Think things that make you go, So this is why I'm in AMZ. And ironically, the principal has been increasing. I've been in it about 3 months. Okay? I've withdrawn way more than that because of core compounding and earning dividends. Last time it was 97 cents a share. Holding 22,000 shares is pretty good. The first time it was 67. But let's move on. Is it still a red day? Look at that. Anyway, so I looked at Round Hill funds. Round Hill. They pay weekly. I like that. Pay me faster. So I look at Round Hill, right? And I'm interested. But you got to pick right. What am I interested for? Right now I'm on a mission. Spreadsheet free mission. All I want to do is pay off this $150,000 with free money. Okay? And then it'll continue to pay me every month. I've already taken out $35,000 and have more shares than I started with. But let's talk about what's going to happen next. What am I going to do next? There's Y Max, Y Mag. There's a whole bunch. But I'm looking deep. That's what this channel's about. Did you subscribe? Say subscribed in the comments. If you're new, say subscribed. I want to see if anybody cares about this stuff. If we want money, we want it fast. So look, it's from Round Hill. Now let me break the news to you. They will make a fund. They make their money on fees. All of them. Yield Max too. They make their money on fees just like Vanguard and Fidelity and everything else you could imagine. But you don't feel it, right? But they create these products so that you're going to be interested in them so that they could earn fees. Everything's cool with that. But they're going to make products that are going to be designed towards common schmucks. Yeah, that's you. You know, the guys who buy the penny stocks and want to get rich quick. So they'll make a weed ETF, a nerd ETF, Magnificent 7, which some of those 7 kind of suck right now. ChatGPT, well, that's very current, right? What did they... Look, Ozempic is a weight loss drug, right? So they made one for that. And they make a basket of, covered calls, whatever. What I do like, okay, now they'll leverage it. Again, the Mag 7, some of them kind of suck, right? Luxury brands, okay, I'm sure those are things like Louis Vuitton, all that stuff. Sports betting, okay? And it goes on and on. The schmuck verse, remember that? Strap a brick on your face, okay? It's one for crypto people, but we do that direct. We don't need that. So they'll make one on anything. Let's take a look at the markets in real time. Let's look at Tesla. Take a look at Meta to refresh, because I know Meta's got one. Red. Let's take a look. Let's take a look over at Amazon. Amazon's balling out. AMZ, balling out. Now, you don't want one of these, the underlier, to go crazy. You want it to stay in a zone so that their covered calls, like on AMZ, can chop and be cool. See, I could have did really great with Yield Max, Nvidia, and Vidi, but I didn't. And the problem is that some of their covered calls got hurt because the price of Nvidia blew past their calls. So you want to be in something that's moving up or has chop, but not something that's moving down. So I kind of, I was looking at this round hill, okay? But again, I like the strategy, okay? It is an overnight play. This is as close to paying you daily as you can get, okay? And it's based pretty much on overnight selling. Here, let me explain to you, okay? These are ODTE, 0 days to expiration options. Now again, it's an ETF. You just buy it. They do this work behind the scenes. And I can't give you financial advice. I'm just looking at this. So option, and my main thing is still crypto leverage trading. That's what works for me. Option contracts that exist for a single session and expire on the same day. All right, so they do a combination of these things. Just super, super interesting. The problem with this fund by Roundhill, okay, I like the strategy, but it's that it has really now weekly distributions, high income potential. It's on the NASDAQ 100. I like this one. They have a couple of them, but I was looking at this one, right? So the NASDAQ, it's not like the Mag 7, okay, which has only those 7. But again, I hate diversification. Tell me if it makes sense to you that, yeah, diversification is good to protect you. It's still going to hurt you on a day like this, okay? And ironically, the crazy part, it's not hurting me. So if you pick a winner, this is why I like to scrape that off the top, because it's going to go away. Watch, see? And then I buy back in, but that's another thing. This is a morning thing. But, so diversification, what do you think? You're going to get hurt no matter what. Just like a single stock. Amazon should be hurting too. Okay, I didn't look, again, to refresh. So, I like this strategy that Roundhill has on this QDTE. I like that it pays weekly. So maybe, my plan is that as soon as my crazy plan is paid off, okay, at 300, that initial 150K, you know what I could do? I paid back the bank at 9% in just a couple of months. I still have this, except my cost is only going to be margin, $829 a month. It's still going to make around this, actually. It's going to make about this much. And even if it got cut in half or a third or whatever, who cares? That's a free money machine. I'm looking to build the next free money machine. I'm not going to take anything away from this. I'm going to take that same check, right? For $150,000, I'm going to write it again. And then I'm going to double it with margin on Robinhood. And I'm going to let that run and build. What am I going to build? Another city with the money from this city. So, in my first, I started around March 1st. I'm up to $22,000 a month in a couple of days. Subscribe because I'm going to make sure you get notifications. I'm going to talk about, what they're going to, how it's going to change my plan. They're going to announce the payment for AMSI. Oh, I'm all in. 100% AMSI. I strategically picked for a strategic window of time, not for life, not forever. It's not a marriage. A lot of you responded in my comments when I said, hey, buy your cars, lease your relationships. It works out much better. The upgrades are amazing. Yeah, the perks. Some things you don't need equity in. All right, I want to shout out to the beta spreadsheet warriors out there. First shout out goes to the angry retire on dividends. The birds chirping were ordered by the courts. Therapeutic. Yeah, they like to talk about me. You know, they talk about things from like 2017 from a rag magazine that wasn't true. I'll tell you my story. It's epic. I was on TV. I was on Bloomberg. I was on CNBC. I patted the head of Kramer. Yeah, it's true. He's like a Oompa Doompa. He's 5 feet tall. He's tiny. He stands on a platform. Kramer, CNBC, bye. Yeah. Been bankrupt and back twice in my life after reaching the stratosphere. And each time I came back bigger, badder, and stronger. Yep. I fought for what was right. Yep. I fought in family court to fight for my little boy. Now I have peace, but they bring it up like it happened yesterday. Why would they talk about my personal life, these people? Am I interfering with this space? Am I causing disruption by telling you dollar cost averaging sucks? Reinvesting is told to you by people that run funds to keep money on the platform because that's how they get fees? What do you think? Yeah, these are lessons straight out of crypto. We learned how to pick. We learned how to jump in, make our money fast, forget the long term, forget Warren Buffett. This is the new era. If you're into the new era, the new paradigm of wanting to get money and get money now, okay? You know what? I'll be honest with you. $20,000 a month is a joke. It's just showing you proof of concept that I can do it. For me, to make a living from that or to retire on that, I really need to be at 6 figures a month. Okay? And my goal, and you can watch by subscribing to this channel. This channel is about strategies, not spreadsheets. Tools you can use. Not advice, but a footprint left in the sand by a man with a heavy hand. Yeah, I am the real. So, in a matter of a couple of months, you're going to watch me accelerate from $22,000 a month from AMSI to 6 figures a month as I move into new things. Now, I'm not going to diversify. I am going to sacrifice diversification. You call it the gambler in me? Yeah, I have the fortitude of a soldier, the appetite of a gambler, the vision of a visionary, the attitude of a winner. I may be not your typical, and I may uncompromise, not compromise. I may not conform. I don't believe in your dollar cost averaging. Listen to this video again. You don't even have to watch it. The words will absorb into your common sense. Diversification doesn't make sense. You do that when you're uncertain. You do that when you have a plan. Do they have exit plans on these other channels? Citizen of the Universe, Cody, and these 17, 18-year-old kids sitting in their mother's basement, sounding all nasally, talking as if they're like 1990s radio announcers. I mean, seriously? Don't tell me what to do with my money, bro. There's no affiliate links. Watch another secret they do. They want to make sure you watch to the end because they pay. YouTube pays more. Like Retire on Dividends loves this trick. Okay? Watch to the end. Say the special word. Again, I told you, just say subscribe. That's all I want you to say in the comments, subscribe. And if you like it. And if you believe in what I'm telling you. I'm going to make a fortune. I'm building cities. We can build empires together. Or you can draw on spreadsheets. There's a world of beta male spreadsheets out there. Spreadsheet warriors. I don't care about the 25-year-old kid with his little $30,000 portfolio washing cars. I don't care. You don't matter to me. You're an insig. You know what an insig is? You're an insignificant. Here, we are significant. We are making significant strides towards wealth. Following somebody who wants nothing from us. There's no t-shirt to buy. There's no affiliate link to click. There's no buy me a coffee or donation needed. All that's needed is you to subscribe if you want more of this. And this is the future. I am coming, and I am an unstoppable force. Welcome to Yield Max TV. Maximum money. Free. Other people's money. Building empires. How do you think Elon bought Twitter? Do you think he went there with rolls of quarters? You think he wrote a check? No. He used other people's money. All aboard. The Oracle Express. We don't want to retire on dividends. We want to buy Lamborghinis now. We want to make $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month now. Forget the old paradigm of retire on dividends, spreadsheet pennies, drip investing. Why don't you just spit up in the air and open your mouth and call it Evian? Have a nice